Hi, welcome to Gear for Music. My name's Dean from Guitar Works, and today I'm going to show you how to restring an acoustic guitar. So I'm going to take you through some of the tools we're going to be using in this video to help us restring. First is a string winder, available for Gear for Music. It's going to take the strings off and on and make it a little bit faster and easier for us. Second is a clip-on tuner, so we'll know when the guitar's in tune when we've put the strings back on. And the third, available from any hardware store or DIY store, a set of pliers. It's going to help us clip the strings off when they're detuned. When it comes to strings, there's a few brands, types and make a string out there. Today we're going to be using the Gear for Music Acoustic Guitar Strings, and these are going to be light gauge. So first stage, we're going to detune, we're going to get the strings nice and slack, and then we're going to cut the strings, take them off the guitar. So we're going to take our string winder and start detuning the strings. So detune them so the tension's off, so they're not going to fly around when we take them off. And then for ease, I'm just going to cut them. I'm just going to unwrap them from the string posts. Throw those bits away. Cool, so now we need to take the pegs out. So sometimes these pegs will come out, you can just kind of pull them with your fingers. Sometimes you need a little bit of force, so you can take your pliers, and if you just slide them underneath the edge and just, without kind of gripping too hard, just use like a little pivot to kind of pull them up, just so you can grab them with your fingers. And then your strings should just slide out. So we do that on all 6. Okay, for the last bridge pin, I'm going to show you a different technique using your Gear for Music string winder. There's a little notch in the back of it, if you see here, and that can be used as a peg puller as well. So you just slide that into the back, and it should pop the peg nicely up, and then you can just lift back and pull the peg out as well. So you can use those if you don't have a set of pliers to hand. So with all the pegs out, we're going to take the strings out, so just pull those out of the body. Those will just slip out nice and easy. Okay, so now with all the strings off, we're going to put the new strings on. So to get them out of the packet and arrange them, get them ready. So the strings are labelled 6 through 1, so you know which string is which string. 6 being the thickest, 1 being the thinnest. Okay, so now we're going to put the strings into the guitar. So as you put the string in, you need to kind of push it in quite a little bit, put the peg in as well, and then kind of pull back. So the ball of the string needs to sit against the bridge plate. So I've got a guitar here to show you how it sits. So as the string sits in the guitar, the ball sits right on the bridge plate and the peg pushes against it, so it just holds pressure. So the ball isn't sitting against the end of the peg. So as you push it in, as you pull back, you'll kind of feel it click into place against that. Cool, so we're going to do all 6 like that. So we're going to push in, put the peg in, and then pull back as we push the peg in. Okay, so sometimes depending on the type of string, the string brand, the model of the guitar, the wrap on the end of the string might be quite thick and the peg might not quite sit tightly in the hole. So there's a nice little trick to kind of solve this. So what you basically want to do is to get the string sitting a little bit deeper. So on the inside of the guitar, you can save an old ball from an old string if you just chop it off with a set of pliers again. And you can feed it over the string so the ball actually sits a little bit deeper into the slot and it rests on the second ball. So then the string will just sit nicely and give the peg a little bit more room to kind of sit nicely flush against the body. Okay, so now we've got the strings in the body, we're going to string it up at the headstock end. So we're going to take our pliers again, and we're going to cut the string before we start stringing. So what we want to do here is cut the string about 1 to 2 inches past the string post of where it's going to be sitting. So on a headstock like this, you can cut it past the next post along. So you want it to kind of sit about there. So we're going to do that with all 6. Okay, so now with all the strings cut to the right length, we're going to start feeding them through the posts. And and getting the tension back. So take your string winder again, and we're going to pop the string through the hole in the peg so it just comes out the other side. And then we're going to start winding up to tension. So as we wind, we're going to go above the string, coming out the other side, and then we're going to press down below it. So we finish at the bottom of the post. We get a little bit of tension on that string end as well, just to hold it in place nicely. If as you're tuning up, you notice at the body end, the peg starts to raise up. Again, it might not be either seated quite rightly with the bridge or like the peg. And as the tension gets on the string, it might start to pull it up. If you just put a little bit of pressure back on it and just make sure it kind of sits nicely in the hole and make sure it doesn't move as you're tuning up to tension, it should be absolutely fine. So we're going to do that technique around the peg with all the strings. Okay, so now with all the strings halfway up to tension, if you just want to check down the body end just to make sure all the pegs are nicely seated in the holes and not moving out and not raising up. And then we're going to tune the guitar up to pitch. So I'm going to be using the Gear for Music clip-on tuner. So it's just clips on the headstock and it'll let us know what tune we're in. So just go back through and check the tune on each string. Because they're a fresh set of strings, it might take a little bit of time for them to settle down and not slip a little bit. Okay, so there you go, a quick demonstration on how to restring an acoustic guitar. We've added some annotations to the video, so if you want to go back and watch any points in the video, you can. If you'd like to learn more about the products or materials used in this video, please visit the Gear for Music website. Thanks for watching.